Your car too.
Let's go with the granny flag. Is that a Supra?
Who did it? Come on.
Good one.
What's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be a little bit brief and a little bit gotta hurry up. So here's what we're going to do. Today we're swapping the steering wheel in the FRS, and this is the totally OEM steering wheel that we're pulling out, and we're going to be replacing it with a Sparco steering wheel with Nrg Hub and I think it's a quick release too. Doesn't matter. So first things first is we've got to pop the hood and disconnect the battery if you haven't already done so. You are messing with an explosive device. I highly recommend you do so. The next thing we're going to be doing is inside the car, and let's just get right into this and remove the airbag. The things that you need to do to remove the airbag, other than pump the brake a few times. I don't want any electrical discharge to explode in my face, even though it's 4th of July. If you want a continuity problem with my ability to produce a video on time. There's 3 little holes, and if I have my light in here, we could see this better. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I got this. That multitasking. So, see that little hole right there? I'm going to push a screwdriver in that hole. It's going to release the catch inside the wheel. And there's 3 of these. There's one over here. There's another little fella. Hold on. If I can get this angled right. Oh, there we go. There's a money shot right there. There's one there. And then there's one underneath. So, we're going to push those, and the airbag is literally going to fall out in our hands. Oh, also, before we keep going, make sure your steering wheel is perfectly straight, which I've done, perfectly straight, and don't pull the airbag out. Let it come off in your hands, but we have to disconnect some wires first, okay? There's a mechanism in here called a clock spring, and you don't want to touch it. Be more cautious with the clock spring than you are with the grenade that says Scion, Toyota, Subaru. Okay? Just to reiterate here what we're actually looking at. So, when you put your screwdriver through the hole, this is what you're hitting right here. Seeing there's 3 of those. So, on the back of the wheel now, we've got 3 wires. This is your horn wire right here. Is your airbag wires. Now to remove these, probably got too big of a screwdriver here. Oh, there's 1. Oh, there's 2. So, horn wire. And these should unplug now. Okay. There's your explosive device. Set that aside, far, far away. Now, the next thing, and again, these are the wires that are going into your clock spring, so we all need to be careful. The clock spring is actually back here. You can see it moving. So, okay, next thing we're going to do is that nut right there. It's a 17mm. Just carefully move all your wires out of the way, and we're going to loosen that, but we're not going to take it off. We're going to loosen it. Let's see, I doubt I can do all this stuff one-handed, but we'll try here. I don't think I can. What I'm doing, not me either elbowing you in the face or something. Our lighting is very poor, but you can get the gist. Okay, and then leave the nut on. Boom. So there's the wheel loose. So then we're going to finish taking this off. Very gentle here. Okay. Put that aside in your little cup holder. And now here's where you got to be super careful. You pull this off. Oh, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. We got to do our cruise control. We need to disconnect cruise control. Hold on. Very easy. Very easy. So now, oh. Okay, there's that. Now that's out. So what we have left is our cruise control here. And that's what these two nuts, the little screws here. And we're going to remove our cruise control from this wheel because, well, we want to retain cruise control. And we have a special bracket to go on with that. So we're going to set this aside and see what all we need to remount the wheel. And make sure you don't touch this. This is the very expensive part that you need to make sure is okay. Very gently set that aside. There we go. All right. That's pretty much it for this part. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of this car without having a steering wheel to hold on to for dear life. So we will come back with some parts. So big shout out to Derek Harrison for helping me out with all these parts and helping me get these things. So the hub we're using is an Nrg Hub. And remember, as I was telling you, be very careful of your clock spring. So this is the actual hub that we're fitting. Okay. You can see where it's indexed. It's for your blinker release, okay? And you see our relief up here. So what happens is, and this is where we got to be very careful with our clock spring, which is that piece. Just want to show you the way this is going to line up because I'm going to need both hands to do it. Okay, so there it is lined up. Remember I said keep your wheel straight. As you can see, I've turned just ever so slightly, but hardly any. But you can see the clock spring is indexed in where it needs to be. So this is the other piece. So Derek has made this 3D printed bracket to hold the cruise stock. It's quite important to me. So I'm going to run through what we're going to do here, and then I'm going to get it done, and we're going to overview it when I get things set as best I can. So as you can see, there's a little dimple here that marks your up position on the hub. So the way this is going to work is these are our airbag wires. So they're going to go down into this hole here, as you can see. All right, they're going to go down in here, so a lot of wires are going to be in here. So they're going to go down in there. And we have these two load resistors, okay? Blue goes with the black, and the all black one goes with our orange one. And these just plug in to the little sockets on these plugs. That's going to keep our airbag light off. Now, the next thing is we're going to be attaching our cruise bracket. So how that's going to work is, you see this little relief that he's got in here. These wires are going to go up behind there like this. It's going to mount like this. Our wires are going to go in here, okay? And our little white plug here is going to go back up this hole here and plug in right here. That's how that's going to go on. And then of course our horn wires are the red ones here, and those are going to hook into the back of the Nrg quick release. Okay, and after all said and done, we have the pretty ring that goes over all of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get all these wires hooked up, plugged in, and then we're probably going to have to put at least one bolt into the hub itself to hold it all together, but that's what we're doing now, is the wires. So if you need to go back over and re-listen to the wiring talk, go for it. I am very delicately holding this on just so we can see what the wires look like, and you can see it's all bundled up in there. Make sure you're making good connections with everything and that nothing is going to short out, especially your airbag lights and your horn, because that would just be terrible if your horn just started randomly beeping. So I'm going to put a couple bolts in the hub and we're about to seal this one up. Ta-da! It's that easy. You literally can't make this stuff up. So the most difficult part, and I use the word difficult very loosely, is making sure you get all of your wires behind the hub. Nothing pinches, nothing chafes, and nothing is going to short out. That's where you need to spend the majority of your time and effort, is to make sure that your wiring is good behind the hub. Now, let's put the wheel on and take a little gander at it here. And it actually looks phenomenal in here. The style of the steering wheel is spot on, and the stitching and everything, this wheel really matches the car. It's a little too close for me at this time. I'm going to drive it a little bit and see how I feel. I'm liable to just remove the quick release and just go straight wheel to the actual hub of the car and just get rid of the quick release. I might not. I might end up swapping a wheel out at a later date. I don't know. But this is going to get me through now. And it's a pretty comfortable driving position. It's just the wheel's a little closer to me than I typically prefer. So last but not least, what we need to do is reconnect the battery on the car and make sure we didn't screw anything up. So let's go ahead and do that now. So after you connect the battery, obviously you're going to want to make sure that everything is working and your cruise is coming on. Cruise is coming on. You want to make sure that your horn's working, etc. And if something isn't working, just have to pull her back off and go through your wires again. But the key thing is we have no airbag light. That's a big thing. No airbag light. So we're going to call this a success. The resistors worked. Everything is back on. Steering wheel's nice and straight. Looks good to me. It's another video done. If you guys would like to help support the channel, go to the link down below in the description. Get yourself some merch. There's t-shirts, racerbacks, tanks for dudes. The racerbacks are for girls. We're starting to do hats. We've got hoodies. New merch is coming all the time. We're doing some less YouTube branded stuff and some more of your typical mechanical stuff and your inside jokes with mechanics with 10 millimeters and things. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Come on, boy! Come on! Yeah!